What is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon. So the Six Nations is over, and from my standpoint, that means I get to take a little bit of a step back from the amount of videos I've been making across the Six Nations. I've been averaging about a video a day since it started, sometimes even 2-3 videos a day. It's been keeping me very busy, but I thought with a bit of a gap now between the Six Nations being over and the next sort of set of international rugby, it'd be fun to do a bit of a channel update video. We've done a few of these on the channel before, where we just sort of go over how the channel's been getting on, how it's been growing, what videos have done well, if any of them necessarily haven't done too well, go over some different analytics, because I know a lot of you guys enjoy the behind the scenes stuff, and I thought this would be a fun way to wrap up some rugby news that maybe some interesting news that I thought was fun, or maybe I wanted to talk about, but maybe sort of doesn't warrant its own video. So I thought that'd be a fun way to just to incorporate it into the channel. So starting out then, we have just gone past that 2,600 subscriber mark. So thank you to everyone who has been subscribing across the Six Nations. We have quite a few subscribers. We'll get into that a little bit later on, but literally like a day ago, I think we just got over to the 2.6. It's so close it could drop back down because people unsubscribe, but it's so nice to know that some people have been subscribing to the channel and enjoying the content over the Six Nations. In terms of some rugby news then, because that'd be a fun place to start. We've got a law change coming in from World Rugby. Now, for those of you who are unaware, we did cover it on stream the other day. We had a really fun stream playing some Rugby 22 talking about the Six Nations. I got to play someone from Australia in Rugby 22. That's my first maybe international game I've ever played. That was a fun one. It's all on the stream. You can go watch a nice 3-hour long stream if you want it for a bit of a podcasty style in the background. But one of the things that came out in the stream, people talking about the Freddie Stewart incident with Hugo Keenan, a red card that since has been rescinded by World Rugby. They said it shouldn't have been a red card on the day. It didn't meet the merits. And because of this red card incident, there has been an update to the law changes. Now, this I don't believe is taking place at the World Cup. I believe the World Cup is still going to be red, yellow card as standard. I had my own idea of why not add in an orange card that can act like the 20-minute red card. World Rugby have gone down a slightly different route and have instead brought up an idea where it will now be the referees and the TMOs will have 1 or 2 looks at the actual incident that occurred. One at sort of slow speed, one at full speed, live in game. And if a decision can't be made on the pitch, whether it should be a red or a yellow, the player will actually receive a yellow card. That is just to try and cut down on the amount of time spent looking at all the different camera angles and so on, which I think is nice to try and speed up the game, but it will be given as a yellow card even if it could be a red card, and then during that 10-minute window it will be the TMO's job to actually upgrade it from a yellow card to a red card. So I'm interested to know what you guys have to think about this as a concept potentially for the future rugby. Drop it down in the comment section, because I really do like hearing what other people have to say. In some other news, Stuart Hogg has announced he is going to be retiring at the end of the World Cup. Hopefully he gets to the World Cup. We never know, with sort of injuries along the way players can pick up. We'd like to see Stuart Hogg at the World Cup. Been a bit of a veteran player now for Scotland. Unfortunately, his 100th cap game didn't go particularly well, but one of the interesting points around this is just how many very talented big names the Northern Hemisphere might be losing at the end of the World Cup. Of course, Johnny Sexton announced he's going to be retiring as well after the World Cup. Scotland are now going to be losing Stuart Hogg. I can't remember if I've actually read anything about the Wales team, but you have to imagine there's a couple of Wales players in there, people like Alwyn Jones. Surely you would imagine the retirement has to be coming soon. The couple of players getting on in terms of age, but the Northern Hemisphere teams going to be losing some real key players after the World Cup. But it will open the door for some other players to have a shot at that fullback shirt. Blair Kinghorn, of course, has been sort of filling in there alongside playing fly half on occasion, but also people like Ollie Smith, who I haven't really got to see enough from yet in a Scotland jersey, but I'm looking forward to see some other lads stick their hand up, but hopefully we get to see a good World Cup from Stuart Hogg. In terms of the channel then, because I thought it'd be fun to have a look over the course of the Six Nations, so I've set it up just for the year 2023. No one cares what happened last year. Right now, the opening to January was a little bit slow. I was working on my massive Rugby 22 review video, so that's actually most of January. So you can see this thin purple line here that goes all the way along. That's because I was working basically from here going all the way across to the Rugby 22 big review video coming out. So that line started out quite flat and didn't necessarily pick up that much, but that video has actually done quite well since then. It's got to like 1,000 views, which I'm really happy about, because that was a lot of work, but a bit of a real enjoyment video for me to do of myself. As the Six Nations has gone on, we've had a lot of new impressions. Of course, the Six Nations is a massive thing for a channel about rugby, so it's really nice to be seeing that some videos done really well. There is a spike in the middle of this, which I'll have to talk about a little bit later on, because the spike isn't necessarily an actual spike. There's a couple of other reasons around that. Impressions. We've had 1 million impressions, which is insane. Imagine if every impression turned into a subscriber. I would officially be the biggest rugby channel on YouTube. That's not how anything works, though. But nice to know that 1 million people have at some point had the opportunity to click on the video. 6.8% of people sort of move from one video to another, which is on the rise as well. So the channel across the board doing pretty well. In terms of the types of videos then that you guys stick around for a little bit longer when you're watching the video, or the typical audience member, the World Rankings update videos, absolutely crushing it. A lot of people, of course, involved with the Super Brew and the fantasy leagues. They want to check their own fantasy team if they're not part of the league, and wanted to see a bit of the World Rankings and stuff. So nice, a lot of people, you guys really enjoying that. Top 4 of the 5 videos are all to do with the World Rankings. You guys really enjoyed that one. And the prediction versus reality. I wasn't expecting that to do very well. I thought that'd be a bit of a fun video, but you guys all really enjoying that one as well. So nice to see. In terms of slightly below the typical line is all the Mad Dragon Six Nations. It's the video game series. I had to sort of go in alongside the channel. Some people took it almost like it was predictions. There was a lot of weird like dislikes and comments to me like, this isn't what happened. Yeah, it's a video game. That's how it works. But I do know through my own channel analytics that a lot of people are sort of like 40 years and upwards. A lot of people just aren't generally into the rugby games. They might click onto it, think it's about the actual game, and go, oh, it's a video game, and click off it. So, but there we go. But they are very fun videos to do. But glad to see that people are still checking out the Rugby 22 videos. Of course, Rugby 24 coming along very, very soon. In terms of the audience then, in terms of you guys that watch the channel, because this is always fun to have a look at. We had 5.8 thousand returning viewers. Nearly 6,000 people came back to the channel. So guys, if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. Let's get the channel up. Let's get boosted a bit. 6,000 people come back to the videos. Just press the subscribe button. Just click one click, you forget about it forever. It's absolutely fine. Unique viewers, 49,000. Now, in this little graph here, there is a giant spike, which I sort of mentioned before. And people might be thinking, what on earth happened on that day? Well, I tried something a bit different because I actually had a look at the whole YouTube Shorts thing. Like, what on earth was going on there? I just picked some of the good tries from that weekend, and I just put them up on a YouTube Short just to be like, let's see what these videos do or how they work. I don't really know a lot about it, to be honest. And they did really well. It seems like people really like 10-second videos. That seems to be the way it goes. I've always been one for a bit longer form. As you can probably tell from my channel, my videos ramble on for a little bit. People like short form videos, apparently. 7,500 people that weekend watched just short videos. Okay, cool. Not really for me. I probably won't be doing a lot of them. I might do them for some other like updates, quick snippet updates and stuff, maybe like that. I just wanted to see how they work. So that spike is a bit of an anomaly along the way. But really fun times. Subscribers, 389 subscribers this year, which is fantastic. Most of which, of course, coming from the Six Nations. We did lose a couple here and there. There was -1, -2. It's to be expected. People go up and down all the time. But across the Six Nations, we had some fantastic days. Like, I mean, we had 33 new subscribers in that day, doing really well on that one. You guys have been really enjoying the preview videos. The preview videos seem to have been really drawing in a lot of people for subscribers and stuff. And then after the end of the Six Nations, we sort of petered out here towards the end of the Six Nations. We had a couple of days where we actually lost like a chunk of people. I don't know whether the Six Nations ended and therefore people just unsubscribed, but there you go, can't be helped. Videos growing the audience. Yeah, you guys really enjoyed the predictions, the previews I've already mentioned. There's only like one review video really in terms of there. You guys really enjoying the preview videos, and the world rankings updates have been really big for the channel, so nice to know that sort of stuff. The channels that you guys watch alongside of me, who would have guessed it? It's all about rugby. Egg Chasers Rugby is apparently a big thing between you guys, my channel. I might have to reach out to them at some point. That'd be fun to maybe do a video together with them, because that could be fun. But a lot of the videos, actually, even the content that my audience has been watching, like quite a few of these guys. Egg Chasers Rugby down in there twice, of course. Squid Rugby, who else is going to be in there? He's amazing content creator towards rugby. In terms of when you guys are online, you guys love a Sunday. going on there? It's like the Six Nations is over. It's like, I need more rugby. I need more rugby. So you go on a Sunday night. So that's always fun just to sort of learn about. The amount of people that are subscribed to not subscribed has actually improved. The discrepancy, it's pretty much across the board on YouTube. It's not just me. It tends to be about 90-10. I don't know why it is that. It just seems to be for everyone. We've always been about, I think, like 91-9. So to see that go up to like 12.2%, we're on the increase. More people are pressing the subscribe button. Why not? It's free. It's easy. It's one click. In terms of where people are from, we've had a lot more from the UK. We had a big surge in viewers from South Africa last year because we were doing a lot of the Southern Hemisphere rugby, trying to learn a little bit about how it was going on. But of course, the Six Nations being on, it is primarily UK and Ireland. Big uptake from the USA, which is really fun to see. I really like that. I like there's some American watchers there. 4.4% from America, 2.8% from France. Unfortunately, I don't speak a lot of French, so I'm assuming a lot of French people probably don't stick around for too many of my videos. In terms of you guys yourselves, then we do have quite a discrepancy in male to female. 93.5% are men. We do have some women in the Super Brew League that do join in occasionally, which is really nice. I'm glad that this can be a channel for everyone. And one of the things that really shows off this is a channel for everyone is I've always loved this. I don't see a lot of channels have this, where the analytics of people watching is really evenly split across the board. I really like that we're getting a few more of this sort of younger demographic. I think the games are sort of helping bring in more people because I want more people to enjoy rugby. Because it's great to have some youngsters getting involved, enjoying rugby and getting to learn about the sport rather than everyone just going off and talking about football. That's how it was for me when I was growing up in school. So it's nice to know that people are getting into the rugby. I think the gaming videos are helping that out. So I'm hoping with Rugby 24 coming out as well, we can help boost that a little bit. But I always love how evenly spread it is. We have a fantastic range of audience and opinions from all different countries and all different age brackets. We're not just sort of narrowed in on one demographic. We're quite a general open channel, which is fantastic. Because that's what I always wanted this channel to be. I always wanted it to be the sort of channel where basically anyone could come, everyone is welcome, and it could be like talking about your favourite sport with one of your mates. That's how I've always wanted the channel to be. I never wanted to be a voice of how rugby should be or how it is. That's not really me as a person. I'm quite a laid back and quite a happy sort of individual, and I never claim to be a voice of reason. I just always claim to be a guy on the internet talking about rugby. That's how I am across the board. But thank you so much to everyone who has watched over the course of the Six Nations. Thank you to everyone who has hit that subscribe button. It does really help the channel out. Thank you to everyone who commented on any video, hit the like button on any video, and got involved with the Fantasy League as well. We had a fantastic Fantasy League this year. I'm really looking forward to doing the World Cup one. It's going to be absolutely mental. I'm going to be kept just insanely busy across that World Cup, but it's going to be so much fun along the way. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.